Greetings all. I've had an ongoing issue with my Triumph Stag with a persistent oil leaks and blowing smoke using oil. It turned out to be a non-functioning PCV valve after all of this. Thank you. Okay, I've had some issues. There's a Triumph Stag, P76 V8, 450 Holly. I've had a lot of issues with engine blow-by. I seem to have fixed it, so I'll tell you what originally I had. This vent on the passenger side was just vented out to air. It's now vented to a catch can, okay? On the driver's side, over here, I had a PCV valve that went from the PCV valve to a T-piece in the inlet plenum, cut into the same piece as the vacuum line for the brake. Okay, so it's a high pressure, high vacuum source. PCV valve, this is the original one, was stuck, so the engine wasn't venting, and it started pumping oil out of the overflow because it was pressurizing the crankcase. I bought a new, if I can find it, I bought a new PCV valve, stuck that in there, and it didn't help. It didn't do anything. It really flummoxed me. It was still pumping oil out. I vented this to the inside the air filter rather than to open air, and it just filled up the air filter box. I decided to put a catch can, so I put a catch can over that side and vented it through, and it was still pumping oil out of here. So then I bought another, the PCV valve that I purchased was for a Ford, and so is this one, was not rattling in the when you shook it. So I bought another one, as you do. This one's slightly different. Slightly different in that it came out sideways rather than vertical, and actually that worked in really well. I decided that before I'd purchased this one, I took the guts out of the original one. The only trouble, and then I got suction through the other side. So there was something wrong with the PCV valve, but the trouble is taking the guts out of the PCV valve gave me just a permanent air leak. So idle was like 1200 RPM. I couldn't fix that, and it's not good to have no pressure inside the crankcase. And so I put a catch can on the other side, and I mounted that down low, but it was still filling up with, I was getting oil into that catch can over there, not into this one, or very little, if any. Then I thought the air filter wasn't allowing enough. I didn't have enough ventilation. So what I did is I took out the oil fillet cap and got a little bit medieval. I used a plumbing fitting, another plumbing fitting with a piece, and it's brass. I tried it with poly first, then just as a trial, because I thought, how am I going to do this? So, okay, and I put that oil. Okay, So I've got it venting from here, venting it from here to give me enough air. I was thinking there's not enough flow through this to give me enough suction over the other side. After quite a bit of frustration and whatnot, I went for a ride this morning, and I had a small amount of oil in here. So I came back, I cleaned it all out. I cleaned these filters in some thinners, thinking, because I've had oil pumping through them, that I wasn't getting a good clean draw of air through the filter because it was congealed with old oil. Cleaned those, cleaned the two oil pot things, whatever you call them, catch cans, and I went for a drive this time. This morning it was an easy drive, just driving down the highway, not under heavy load. This time I went from here round over the top of the hill and then to Belgrave, and then up Terry's Avenue, which, if you know Terry's Avenue, it's steep as, and I put the boot into it because if I was going to get any blow by, it would be under heavy load like that. Came back and the oil catch cans are clean and dry. The car there's no smoke. I'm not leaking oil anywhere. I appear to have fixed my venting problem, which has been going on for ages, and I just couldn't get my head around fixing it. I appear to have solved my issue by providing enough ventilation on the offside, or the driver's side for me, venting it, the engine, pulling the air fumes through, and having a working PCV valve, because it worked fine with the PCV valve that I'd pulled the guts out and shoved some mesh, stainless mesh in there to sort of limit as much as I could, but that was just too much draw constantly. And having a working PCV valve, it's now fine. The one that I'd purchased new that didn't work, when I cleaned the filters, I dunked that in the thinners as well, and now it's clear. Jesus. Anyway, hopefully this helps somebody else. Thank you. Bye.